I have officially moved. It's time to make videos again. So the worst part about moving cross country, and if you've ever done it, you know it sucks, is you don't really have the resources to make videos, to put content out, because I had a lot to say. And in today's video, we're talking about the USMNT and what happened this past summer. Now, I'm going to spare you I guess, the things that have already been said, because Tactical Manager, 11 Yanks, Straight Red Card, all those are great guys, great content to watch. They've all already said what we had to say. So I'm going to summarize my feelings on the Gold Cup in a couple of sentences, which was, first of all, Aguiman. Yeah, my opinion is he should have been nowhere near the team, but blame the coach. The coach picked him on the team. The coach chose to play him, and the coach chose to stick with him. So all the hate that Aguiman is getting, in my opinion, should have been going to Mauricio Pochettino, not Aguiman. Now, my main issue with the player selection was we already know what we're going to get with a lot of these guys, and we already know a lot of these guys shouldn't be there. And if we're going to choose essentially a go out and prove it kind of team, at least pick some guys that have some high upside or haven't been seen in a minute on the national level. And I'll get into that in a second. But there's a couple of guys that I agree with should have been there, right? I mean, I don't have a problem with Sebastian Berhalter getting a shot. And if we're going to leave, I mean, obviously, yeah, I'm going to choose guys like Tyler Adams and Johnny Cardoso and so on and so on. Tim Ream, Chris Richards. Yeah, I'm going to choose those players if they're an option. But I decided, you know what? Let me see if a team that I feel like could have been better choices could beat the team that Mauricio Pochettino decided to bring to the Gold Cup. And what better way to prove this than a game simulation? So I'm going to do a quick pause right here, and then I'm going to get into the players that I chose briefly, and then we're going to see what happens if they play Mauricio Pochettino's team. Let's go ahead and get into that part. Now, for the sake of time, I'm not going to go over all these players, but I'm just going to show you on the screen. So I just selected the same amount of players that Pochettino decided to bring into camp. Obviously, not all these players are going to make the game roster. Not all these players are going to start. But here are my reserves and my bench for my team that I'm bringing to play Poch's team. And as you can see, there's probably a lot of guys that casuals have never heard of. But again, they've got the high upside, right? And they're a bit of an unknown, unlike a lot of these guys in MLS, when we already know they should have been there. And if you look at my bench, probably the guy who stands out, and again, I'm not going to get into all these, but it's John Brooks. Now, would I bring John Brooks in over Tim Ream? No, I wouldn't. But if we're just trying to see what guys offer, I mean, why not? I mean, it's worth a shot. I mean, it's not like unfortunately, we've got nobody stepping up. Now, I'm not saying I would start him at all. I would bring him in as a veteran presence on my team against Mauricio Pochettino, but that doesn't mean I'm going to play him. But nonetheless, he would make my bench just for a extra leadership purpose or role, because it did seem like he got on Greg's bad side. So it does seem like he doesn't mind to give you his opinion. So I like that about that. So I'm bringing him for those purposes. Now let's look at my starters. Now, if you look at my starters that I'm bringing to this game, you're going to see a lot of guys that I would have much rather seen over guys like Max Arfston, even Sebastian Berhalter, even though I agree he should have been there. I would have rather seen some of these guys. And if you look, there's a lot of potential on this team. And again, I thought that's what we used the Gold Cup for, was potential. Unfortunately, I do think we're going to see some of these guys on the World Cup roster that shouldn't be there. But, if we were going to use it as this is more what I would do. As you're going to see guys like Noah Kai Banks, Campbell, and even the return of Conrad De La Fuente. And I know we've already saw him, but it was a long time ago. And I don't have this number right in front of me, but I believe he's around Sebastian Berhalter's age, maybe even a little bit younger, and has tested himself and failed and still trying to come back. And he's still in Europe, by the way. I want to point that out too. And if you look in the goalkeeper position, you're going to see Jonathan Klinsmann, who might be starting in Serie A this next year or this upcoming season here in a couple of months. And I will fully admit I only watched a handful of games from Jonathan Klinsmann last year, and he did get a couple of clean sheets when I did watch him. But full disclosure, he didn't really have much to do in the games that I watched. I believe I watched him play against Salernitana, who was just a complete train wreck this past year. So moral of the story is I still think he deserved to be in camp, and he's one of the guys that I think was an opportunity that we completely missed. So I don't want to ramble because this is going to be a long video. If you got any questions on these players, please drop them in the comments, and I'll explain why I brought them. And remember, I could not overlap any of Pochettino's players. So, yeah, obviously I would have brought Tyler Adams and et cetera, et cetera. So let's see what happens when my team goes up against his team. And since his team got a lot of hate, I decided to pick the MLS team, assign his players to the MLS team that gets the most hate, which is Inter Miami. And I thought, what a better way to represent America than to bring my team for Wuhan Three Towns or Wuhan Three Rivers, Wuhan Three Towns. I don't even know what they're called. We'll get into it. Let's get into the game and see what happens.
A crescendo all week, and very shortly it will be for real. We have all the action for you live. Hello, it's great to be with you, and I don't think anybody is going to complain, especially about the weather. I'm Derek Ray, and I'm joined for expert analysis by Stuart Robson. And the general feeling is we should be in for a spellbinding occasion. How do you see the match going, Stuart?
Well, Derek, as is always the case, the team that dominates midfield will be the team that controls the flow of the game. And that, for me, is the area that's key today.
Takes aim. Might still be able to do a bit of damage. And they can't quite take advantage in the end. Davis with it. De La Fuente. Can they take advantage? And now in a dangerous position. Well, still an issue here. He read the situation defensively and did his job. That's a good ball. Must take the lead here. Oh, he's been denied, and they remain locked together.
Well, that's a good save, but really he should have scored from there. That's a big chance.
A lot of space to attack. They're not giving their opponents any time to breathe. Determined defending. Can he find the right pass? They could nudge in front. There it is! The opening goal of this match. And what a start they've made.
Well, let's see this again. This is counter-attacking football at its very best. But there's still plenty to do from here. He hits it so well, though. Lots of pace, lots of power, and the keeper just can't react in time. It's a great strike.
Well, back underway, and 1-0 it is. Let's see what happens next. De La Fuente. Could be threatening. Well, I think you could call that an escape. It looked a certain goal. And it's with Freeman. Tyler Adams. Oh, could be an opportunity here. Adams. Oh, he's lost possession. Well, not the easiest of saves, but you'd expect him to stop it. And played short. Plays it back. He'll be delighted to have won the ball, having made that difficult challenge. Oh, that's a super piece of defending. Tyler Adams. Agyemang. On the offensive. Crossing possibilities. And he stopped them in their tracks. Good pressure to win the ball back high up the pitch. It's got to be! Still alive. Oh, great defending.
Well, that save has kept them in this game. They now need to create one or two chances of their own.
And teammates around him. And he takes on the shot. Oh, good reflexes from the keeper and the danger averted. Well, they are behind, but can they give themselves a boost with this corner? And taken short. Cutting it back. And the keeper's hand does the trick. Superb block. Tyler Adams. Plenty of forward momentum here. But can they produce? Well, nothing comes of it. It looked promising. And providing width. Played towards the back post. And rattling the post. And the attack fizzling out.
Well, they were so close to the equaliser there. They're certainly a bit unlucky, but they need to make more of these chances.
Yes, so near indeed, but now they've got to concentrate on keeping their defensive shape. That can be so difficult to play against a confident passing team when you're trailing. At times they make passing look easy. And with that, the attack fizzles out. That's a good-looking ball. The save was a good one. Not a short corner here. The delivery. Taking care of business defensively here. Luca de la Torre. Untidy in possession. It's a weighted pass. And a goal to level this contest. All even.
Well, here's the goal again, and it's a really nice ball to put him through. The vision to set up the chance is outstanding, and then the shot could not be hit any better. Struck with such venom. Great goal.
So underway again, following the goal that made things level. And we will have just one additional minute. And there it is, the half-time whistle. Well, I must say, he really has been the poster boy for creativity in this game, Stuart.
Well, Derek, I have to say, he has been a joy to watch today. You just want the ball to go to him. Some of his passing has been brilliant, and of course he's created a goal. Magnificent performance.
Prison match selected.
Away they go again. Second half is underway here. An attack full of promise. Good strength to keep the ball. Teammates available. Determined defending. Intercepting it intelligently. Chance to take the lead. Just failing to hit the target. Good effort, though. Luna. De la Torre. Adams. And he stopped them in their tracks. Let's fly here. Well, a long-distance effort and a highly respectable one, Stuart.
Well, he surprised everybody, including me. It's a decent effort, you have to say. Well, you can't argue with those stats, can you? We've had good chances at both ends. The game is being played with great intensity, and it's been a pleasure to watch.
Not great distribution from the keeper. Conrad de la Fuente. Moving the ball forward. How creative can they be? Just the challenge that was required. De la Torre. Tyler Adams. What can he do with it now? But a good piece of defending to bring it to an end. And so 30 minutes left for play in this one. Well, it's a textbook example of dynamic passing. Really have to get it spot on to finish from there, and it was miles off target.
Well, maybe not the right choice there. That's a poor effort.
Well, both teams have had substitutes swarming up, and now both will rely on their respective benches. Freeman. Well, it's all about passing as they try to hit the front. Brian White. Oh, great block. Campbell on the ball. The defenders know you can't really allow space like that. Can he finish this? And we cannot say enough about that save.
Well, how did he stop that? That is a remarkable save.
And with play stopped, they will make the change now. And he's fired over the corner. Well, nothing comes of it. Well, standing off them here. Aren't they being too passive? Nicely timed tackle. Could be troublesome. Campbell on the ball. We're using the space really well. But now can they push on? Oh, what an opportunity. Might still be able to do a bit of damage. And a goal this time. Applying the finishing touch. Just what the doctor ordered.
Well, here we can see it again. Look at the way he glides past the defender to create space for himself. And from there, he never looked like missing. That's a lovely goal.
So back underway at 2-1. Tight contest here. Right. Decent position. Surely the equaliser. Well, that was a gilt-edged opportunity for the equaliser.
Well, I'm not sure how he's missed the target from there. That's a poor effort.
Losing possession a bit easily. Beautifully weighted ball. Very quick thinking there. Well, doesn't have to do it on his own. And a wild, wild attempt from distance. Not one for the highlight reel, Stuart.
Well, that's a waste. He had much better options there.
They get forward, but time is very much against them here. Takes the shot. There's still danger here. Reading it well. Danger averted for now. Now perhaps they can counter from here. Oh, that's splendid play. Can he finish them off? It's still alive. Can he find the net? And that's fantastic goalkeeping to get across and deal with the danger. Another goal from this corner would in all likelihood secure victory. Now sending it in. Struggling to get it away. Pretty routine there for the goalkeeper. And just 5 minutes remaining. Tyler Adams. And the conditions look pretty good for the counter-attack. Trying to open up the defence. Nice looking move. And that, a piece of goalkeeping you're going to see again and again and again. Well, this late corner could represent their last chance to equalise. Over it comes. Not the result from the set piece they were looking for. And quick thinking defensively. Now maybe room here for the counter-attack. All in all, a broken counter-attack. So 3 minutes of stoppage time it'll be. And can they exploit the space out wide? And blocked there. De La Fuente. Oh, that's a super piece of defending. Delightful pass. Real chance. And not cleared away properly. Terrific piece of anticipation.
Well, I think it's fair to say he enjoyed that save, didn't he?
Played over. Appeared to be in two minds. The referee blows for full time. It ends at a victory for the home team. No complaints from the fans here.
Well, Derek, it was a tight game. Both sides had their moments and chances, but overall...
So what did we learn from that? Well, other than the fact that I should be managing USMNT. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. We honestly didn't really learn anything. It was just a game. But that actually was a pretty damn good game, I got to say. But moral of the story of this is I think it was a missed opportunity to look at a lot of young guys with high upside, if that's what we were using this camp as. And I did think it was funny, though, that even the AI knew to take Aguiman out in like the 50th minute. That did make me laugh. That was, you got to admit, that was pretty funny. So that said, thanks for watching. And if you don't recognize any of these players that I chose, leave me a comment below, and I'll let you know what I think they're good at and what their weaknesses are. Let me know what you thought of my team. And again, I tried to avoid players like Tessman and Busio and things like that, and just went with strictly projects, other than maybe, obviously, like John Brooks, and to an extent, maybe Jonathan Klinsman. But thank you for watching. I know this was a long video. If you made it this far, let me know. Let me know who your favorite player is that I chose below if you did make it this far. Thanks for watching. Appreciate everybody coming back to the channel, and have a safe week, and make it everything you want to make it.